I saw 50 was talking about something like that in an interview recently. I hate when I think back to that time where I was at in life.
I watched 50 saying 50 did not win Best New Artist at the Grammys.
There was nothing bigger than 50.
Nothing bigger, and nobody came out the gate like that. My first album didn't do it. I never saw someone's first album and the wave happen like he had.
So they don't give you the trophies. I got the checks. I didn't get the trophies. Jay got all the trophies, man, because he signed that contract.
What contract?
The one with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. He started getting Grammys left and right, man.
The kids even have Grammys. Like, they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet.
Come on, he ain't show up. He got money now.
Yeah, you what's the science? What's today's mathematics?
Yeah. By the way, this isn't even my chain. I stole it from somebody. Yeah, I'll tell y'all who that was.
Uh-oh. Stealing cheese now?
Not really stealing.
Does it mean anything to you, though?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, you got a lot of people who are not really happy about the fact that, my album is about to drop. They're not really happy about, Lord, give me a sign. And, we in here and, things of that nature. But you know what?
Eminem is stirring the pot again. And this time, he's coming straight for Jay-Z and Beyoncé with no filter. He's not just backing up 50 Cent in his ongoing beef with the Carters. He's going way deeper. M is spilling that Jay and Bey didn't just ignore other artists. They allegedly destroyed careers behind the scenes. Let's not forget, Eminem already clashed with Jay-Z back when Jay tried to block 50 Cent from performing at the Super Bowl. That didn't sit right with him, and now he's speaking out more than ever.
I know what you did to Nas there. That's tough. Nah, he come out on the same weekend.
Like, I used to have questions like, why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop it.
When is shit coming out? My shit coming out.
I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on time.
Why did you do that, man? I be saying that I do whatever the fuck I want to do, and they be looking at me like I'm grimy for doing that. This could be super quiet doing some real grimy.
He's calling out the shady power plays in the industry, saying some A-listers play real dirty just to stay on top. According to him, they crush anyone who dares to shine too bright. And when it comes to Jay and Beyoncé, the list of careers they allegedly ruined is wild. We're talking about legendary names, Big L, DMX, Aaliyah, all gone too soon. But there are others who didn't die. They just disappeared from the spotlight with no warning. Folks like Amiri and Carrie Hilson vanished right when they were heating up. And some people are pointing fingers at the Carters.
Put out a statement and you posted a picture. But that video with Marshall and Haley.
This is so crazy. There was points that we was receiving wow offers. Like they'll go, 50 Cent Eminem, this is out for tour opportunities. He would go, nah, I just don't want to go and come back and she's grown.
I don't want to miss my daughter, man.
Right, and I'm like, yo, because I was like, you didn't hear how much money they just had? Why do you want to stay here? I didn't understand it when he was saying it, but then later, like, I went to a wedding, and I'm like, yo, now I get it. Because that was fast, bro.
Marshall's a grandfather, man.
That's the part I was dealing with, because I'm like, I'm old as hell. I'm like, what the hell happened to me? I'm still in the gym, it just hurts a little bit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still there. I'm looking going, what the hell happened? Man.
So why are big names like Eminem and 50 suddenly going public with all this? Is the Carter empire finally starting to fall apart? What's really going on behind those closed doors, and how many artists got blackballed in the process? Eminem might not be the loudest on social media like 50 Cent, but don't get it twisted. When he speaks, it hits hard. And he's got no love for artists who step on others just to stay at the top. And yes, that definitely includes Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
Like, they keep showing up next to things that I don't fuck with. That's an indication to me he might have some feelings towards me. That is just everywhere I got an issue. He show up around me. So, I mean, you don't forget music. Because music ain't usually my motivation. My morals come off the curb. So if you see a keep being around me, when he come around, how your antennas go. So he in a position where he might feel like he there, but he ain't there yet.
For Eminem, this ain't just some music biz drama. It's personal. See, 50 Cent isn't just a homie to M, that's his brother for life. They go way back and their bond runs deep. 50 even admitted he got emotional and cried at Eminem's daughter Haley's wedding last year. That's real love. Now, when it comes to Jay-Z and 50, their beef has been cooking for years, and it's still sizzling with no signs of cooling down. And knowing how loyal M is, it's not hard to figure out that he's probably not sending Jay any Christmas cards either. 50's always said it straight. If you ride with my enemies, you are my enemy. Simple as that.
Look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You start looking at that's not mine. That's theirs. They harbor it, right? But when you look at M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself. Like I'm shady aftermath. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so much G-Unit Records.
Right.
They forget that I'm M and Dre's art.
Sure, M and J dropped a few tracks together back in the early 2000s, but that energy changed real fast once M found out Jay had allegedly been sneaking around, throwing shade, and trying to mess with 50's career from the shadows. Then came 2023, when 50 finally aired it all out. He called Jay-Z out publicly, saying Jay tried to use his NFL pull to block 50 from hitting the Super Bowl stage. But here's the twist. Jay's plan flopped. Eminem wasn't having it. According to 50, M stepped in and made it crystal clear to the NFL. No 50, no Eminem, period.
You have a few Grammys, but you feel like you had to sell your soul to get them. And you didn't know if you wanted it for the recognition or the trophies, but then what's the difference? You know, and that Grammys pretty much suck the blood of artists and nominate them, have them come to the shows, and then
which they do. They do it every year, yeah. And I'm just tired of seeing it. And for whatever reason, it's like they're always pitching this hint that you might win Album of the Year, which used to be a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal now.
On top of everything, 50 Cent and Eminem are now tag teaming to call out the Carters over the Grammys game. These two aren't holding back. They've both accused Jay and Beyoncé of using slick behind-the-scenes moves to snatch up trophies they didn't earn. 50's even straight up said Jay uses his marriage to Beyoncé as leverage to rack up wins. And Eminem, he's been calling the Grammys fake for years. He says it's nothing but a pay-to-play circus, and he's not wrong for feeling played. M said loud and clear that he's done with the Grammys and he's never stepping foot in that room again.
Watch 50, same. 50 did not win Best New Artist at the Grammys.
There was nothing bigger than 50.
Nothing bigger, and nobody since maybe like Snoop came out the gate like that. My first album didn't do it. I never saw someone's first album and the wave happen like he had. And then he doesn't get it. And then I get up there another year, and what was it, the Eminem show? And it was like, whatever. I'm fine if I lose to Kanye or someone that I'm like, okay, I respect that. I know who that is, and Kanye has a huge following and he's made a massive impact on music. Fine, I'm good with that. But don't get us all here to use your selling point for your show and stiff everybody every single time. And I said, after that point in time, I was like, don't ever ask me to here again. Please do not ask me. My answer is no for 100 million years. Never again will I go to.
According to M, he wouldn't even trip about losing if the winning artist actually dropped a better album. What really got under his skin was how the Grammys hyped him up just to snub him. They used his name, his presence, his hype, all just to boost ratings, then turned around and left him empty-handed. And when someone asked if he'd ever return, maybe if he had a say in how the winners were picked, M didn't even blink. He said it wouldn't matter at all because the whole thing is rigged from the jump. The votes don't mean a thing.
Ever consider, joining the board and maybe you have a vote in it?
First of all, that vote is fake. That's not a real vote. That's not a real vote. They give it to who they want to give it to. They give it to their darlings. This got critical acclaim, but it sold 2 records. Like, it ain't about always what you sell. I get that. Vanilla Ice, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there comes a point where when an overwhelming something comes along that has this wave and impact on music, and you give it to Lada Dottie. Who? Lada Dottie. It's only Lada Dottie.
But 50 didn't stop there. He turned it up even more, saying Jay's wins have nothing to do with music and everything to do with his marriage. According to 50, Jay and Bey are guaranteed trophies just for showing up because the second they walk in, the ratings skyrocket. And that's all the Grammys really care about, views, not talent. But 50 didn't hit the brakes, not even close. During his fiery sit-down on the Flagrant podcast, he doubled down hard, saying those Grammys Jay-Z keeps collecting, they've got way more to do with Beyonce than with Jay's actual bars. He was not sugarcoating anything. Then he flipped the script completely, and things got real messy.
He started to receive the 16 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things they would. Later, to me, I didn't care about trophies. I said, I'll get the
50 claimed Jay and Beyonce's marriage might not even be about love anymore. He called it a contract, straight up. According to him, the power couple might just be keeping the act alive to protect their image and stay at the top of the game. And it didn't stop there. On Talk with Flea, in an interview with Cameron, 50 lit Jay up again. This time, he accused him of still playing dirty behind closed doors, not just in music, but in the business world too. And get this, 50 said Jay has nothing left to prove, yet he's still out here allegedly sabotaging deals out of pure spite. That's wild.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. Wow. You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys. You're gonna let him say that?
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he didn't show up.
No, he has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got he's like drinking. His pictures with him like the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got. Oh wow! So that's the deal.
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't count as much as that one did.
But here's the kicker. 50's not the only one who thinks Jay's been undercutting people out of jealousy and control. These whispers have been floating around for years. Jay's been hit with claims that he's been secretly tripping up his peers for decades. One of the most chilling stories, the one involving Harlem legend Big L, the same artist who put Jay on in the first place, fans still raise eyebrows about Jay's come up and whether it was all clean, especially when you look at the shady cloud around Big L's death in the early 90s. He was a monster in the Harlem underground scene, known for his unreal freestyle skills. In 1992, he signed with Columbia Records and dropped a dope debut album. But despite the buzz, Columbia cut ties in under a year. Why? The label claimed creative differences.
This is what I was saying. I can remember